Alright, so this is a battle report with 2,500 points. It's a tournament that I played in, and I'm going against the ogres. Now this ogre player is kind of new to the game. The His list was built by someone else, and when your list is built by someone else, you have to be careful about your playing style and what their playing style is. In order for you to understand their playing style and the way they built the list and why they built the way they built it, you need to play the list multiple times. But anyway, coming into this, I'm coming to this on the first in the middle of the first turn. He actually got first turn, and he ended up charging this middle monster here. Now this thing is sitting in the middle of the field. Is a demon prince for all intents and purposes of Nurgle, and if you kill it, every unit on the field gets frenzy. Well, I already have units that are frenzy. Well, the thing is with that is if you kill it, they become super frenzy. So he actually, by killing this, you're actually helping me more. So he ends up charging it, and I'm thinking, well, if he kills it, I get a benefit, and if he doesn't kill it and I kill it, I get a benefit anyway. And so he charged it. I'm thinking, okay, so he did enough wounds on it where there's one more wound left. Okay, that's perfect because I can send my chariot in, and the chariot can finish it off, and I can get the points for it because I think it's like 500 points. And then on top of that, I can my entire army will be super frenzied. Okay, so that's what happened there. He charged in. He did enough wounds where there was one wound left on the creature, the demon prince, and yeah. So in my turn, I'm going to end up charging the chariot in. The other target, I want to charge the thunder tusk because I don't want a thunder tusk to actually hit my chaos warriors. It would tear those warriors up, and that's here's a look at the so-called demon prince. He has a very well painted army. I can say that. Painting is having a good handle on the hobby is good for the painting wise, but you still I always tell people you still have to play the games in order to enjoy your hobby even more, right? To know how your army works. In my turn, I charged the Chaos Warriors into his Thunder Tusk. I charged the Skull Crushers into his Lead Belchers because I don't want them shooting at me. And I charged my Chariot into the Demon Prince to finish it. And my Wrathmongers I charged into the flank of his Mournfang. And they should do well. My plan is to resolve the combat with the Demon Prince first, so I can get those extra frenzy attacks into the Mournfang on the flank. Over here, I should do well against the Thunder Tusk because of my high weapon skill and decently high strength. All I need is a handful of sixes, and I'll probably break it, and it'll probably flee from me, and I won't have to worry about them anymore. I also have Wolfric coming into the rear, so he doesn't really have a lot of places he can just sit back. He also brought two Iron Blasters, in which I was wondering why he brought the Iron Blasters because he really didn't get time. He didn't really get time to shoot them. Really, he charged early, and so a lot of his line of sight was broken up by charges and units actually being in close combat. And Iron Blasters, you really need to have them on the back of the board, and you really need to, in your first turn, whenever you have the Iron Blasters, you need to start shooting at targets that will benefit you quickly. But anyway, the Demon Prince waits on his Bull unit over on the left, and I'm pretty sure the Demon Prince will be able to handle those Bulls. He was very careful with his large unit of Iron Guts. However, I would have been up in those the Skull Crusher's face to get those Skull Crusher points. Yeah, in my turn, in my close combat, the Warriors defeat the Thunder Tusk. It runs away. It flees through an Iron Blast. The Iron Blaster breaks and also flees off the board. That was a huge swing in points. Things happen in close combat, and things happen on the battlefield. War's hell, right? He does end up, in response, he does end up charging the Demon Prince. And the Demon Prince and and then he charges the warmongers after they defeat the Mornfang. He charges them with his giant unit. I'm okay with this. If they die, they die. Whatever. I've netted so many points just off of the warriors alone that yeah, that'll work. He overruns after he defeats him. He doesn't run into anything, which is also good. It gives time for the warriors to turn around, and it gives time for the chariot to hit him on the flank, and the demon prince to lock him down. Over here in close combat with the skull crushers, they lay into him, the lead belchers, and then in his turn he charges his other light belcher unit into the skull crushers. I don't know whether I would have fell back with them or not. Oh yeah, by the way, in my turn, Wolfric shows up, and the other target, and Wolfric is going to go after that other Iron Blaster. In my turn, Wolfric charges the Iron Blaster. And I think I might have forgotten to actually charge the chariot in there. I mean, at this point, he's losing pretty big. He's already lost almost 400 points just off of the Thunder Tusk. He's gonna lose another Iron Blaster. I didn't want to, put my boot on his neck and smash down. He is just starting. My magic phase, I summon in a higher Titan. You can see that's gonna show. That's gonna give me his rear. He's gonna jump up right behind him, which is gonna be helpful. And I don't even really think I start using, I used a lot of Lore of Undeath this game. Mostly it was Lore of Nurgle. And a lot of times my magic phases were a bit abysmal. They didn't really work all that well. But yeah, in close combat, Wolfric tears apart the Iron Blaster and it runs away off the board. So, yep, this is going my way pretty fast and pretty quickly. You must play this game in order to understand it. If you don't play the game, you just sit around painting. I mean, painting is nice, but actually knowing how to play the game is better. And having a better paint job. That's when you're really doing something. He backs up to not give me his rear. But he does give me the flank charge with the Chaos Warriors, and he does give me, I think that's a flank charge with the higher Titan, and he gives me a front charge with the Chariot. After the Demon Prince is done in close combat, he's probably going to charge them in the front too, because those bulls are probably not going to hold out much longer against the Demon Prince. They're no longer, by the time the Demon Prince is going to be done, they're no longer going to be steadfast. So, and most likely they'll fail to flee, and I'll let them go on that one, just so I can net that huge unit in the middle. But it's a very nicely painted army, and this is one of the reasons where when people talk about paint jobs and tournaments and stuff like that, it's like they shouldn't net you a ton of points, because it gives you a false sense of ability, and it gives other people a false sense of how good you really are by those extra points. But anyway, I charge everything I have into them. The Exalted Hero, the Warriors. The Warriors actually in my magic phase, I'll give them +2 toughness. So they're toughness 6 warriors or toughness 5 warriors, and they're Mark of Nurgle. So they're going to be pretty tough for him to actually do anything against in close combat. There it is. There's my +1 toughness from the Mark of spells from Nurgle. I got my Exalted Hero in there, Unkillable Exalted Hero in there, Chariot in the front. It's gonna the combat resolution should go way in my favor. I even got the Skull Crushers in the flank after they were done defeating the Lead Belchers. I kept the Hyrule Titan out because it would have hampered my charges. But he ended up breaking, and I ended up running that unit down and almost tabling. I beat him by quite a bit. Yeah. You like as a new player. My advice to a new player is play your army. Play your army as many times as you can, and make your own list. Get used to making your own list, because ultimately the way you make your list is how you play your army. So that's my advice to new players. I still enjoyed the game. He probably learned a lot. But if you like what you've seen, subscribe and comment.